Hello everyone. Today is Wednesday, June the 22nd, 2022. Even if I look at the date before I start, I don't remember 2 seconds later. So anyway, I'm a little late starting this series of vlogs for the week. But I'm glad you are all here and welcome. So this is my channel, Proverbs 31:22. My name is Shelly. I live in Northwest Alabama. I'm originally from South Louisiana, and I'm a stitcher and a quilter, do some crochet, some tatting. I used to scrapbook. I don't scrapbook anymore, but I'm really wanting to start doing it again. So, a little bit of a life update. I don't remember what happened. Okay, so Monday I finished out my last video. So yesterday my grandson had a basketball. It wasn't really a tournament. I don't know. It was just sort of an event where they played 2 games against 2 different teams. So that was over in Boaz, Alabama. And he'd played over in that area before in Guntersville, and I wanted to go to Stitcher's Haven over there in Guntersville, and they happened to be closed the day we were there. And so this is about probably a 2-hour drive from us, so I haven't made it back over there to check out the store. So when I knew I was going to be in the area, I originally thought it was in Guntersville. That was what they said it was going to be, and then they said at the last minute that it was in Boaz. But when I saw that, I was to be over there, I went to the Stitcher's Haven website to see if they had any information about being closed or anything. And unfortunately, they are closing their doors at the end of July. And so, I hate to hear that, another small business going out of business, but I certainly understand with the way everything is right now. But anyway, they're having a 50 to 55% off sale. Basically, if you pay cash, you get 55% off. And so I took advantage of that. So I have a little bit of haul to show you guys. And an FO, 2 FOs actually. So yeah, that's what we got going on. This morning I woke up to no water. Before we left to go to the beach, they were marking lines in our yards on the street. We got all excited thinking that they were finally going to pave our road. We've been here 11 and a half years, and we've been told before we moved in that they were going to pave the road, and it has yet to happen. One of the neighbors talked to my husband the other day, a couple weeks ago, and said that they had talked to the mayor, and he said that it was on slate to be done this summer. So we'll see if that actually happens. We have to sign some kind of waiver to say that we don't hold them responsible for any flooding that would, take place in our yard. My husband doesn't see that being an issue. Now, we live on a private road, but the city has offered to pave it in the past, like before we moved here, and one family on the street stopped it from being done. I don't know if that's why they didn't want to sign the waiver, but I sure as heck hope they don't screw us again, because, we have to maintain it. And, it's sort of like just, I don't know, like a while back, the people across from us, a little bit further down, they did some work on it, but they only did it in front of their house. The guy across the street from us, so we would have to, go get supplies and everything to fill the holes. So please, God, let it be paved this summer. So anyway, when we got back from the beach, my husband talked to someone that was out and about, and the lines were actually being marked for 2 more fiber optic internet service providers that are coming to our area. And so, we already have the first one that came to the area. They didn't mark anything. and you know, everything was fine. And then these people came out and they got all kind of, you know, 3 different color markings in our yard, and they hit a water main line this morning, and so we woke up to no water. So when yeah, I mean, at least we still had power. Water's, you know, like not quite a necessity. Like we can go get bottles of water, and so that's what I did. I went walking this morning. I only did 1 loop around the walking trail. It was a lot more hot than it was when I walked on Monday, and I don't know, I could just feel like, you know, don't push it, because if you push it, you're going to end up paying for it tomorrow and you won't be able to walk the rest of the week. So I only did 1 round. I went to the dollar store to get some bottled water, and I also found a few other little decorative things there, so I'll have that to show you. And I just realized that I didn't bring it over here with me, so I'm going to pause for a second and go grab that. All right, I'm back. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of previous stitches. These are some little monthly pieces that I did. I did these last year. They're from Cross Stitcher magazine, I think the 2020, January 2020 issue, maybe December 2020. But that's the little June piece. And then several years ago, when I first came back to stitching, I did Hands-On Designs Year of Celebrations. I love them, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything bad about them at all. I just, like, for my decorating, I'm not going to do beach until later in the summer. So I may end up going back and kind of tweaking them and do, you know, the themes with the months. I don't know. But anyway, this is the June one. This is 28 count Monaco tea-dyed Monaco factory color, and I just use my own colors. I think it's so cute. And then this is on 14 count French lace Ada with DMCs. So I was gonna say something, it went away. So maybe I'll think about it in a second. I also have my spring ABCs from Little House Needleworks. So I'm showing you this because I do have the summer one finished, not FFO yet, but I finished stitching it on Monday. I stayed up kind of late stitching it because I had just like 1 little section left, and it was like, I'm going to save it for tomorrow. And then it was like, just go ahead and do it. Like, it's probably, I don't know, 100 stitches or something. Just do it. And so I'm glad I did, because yesterday I was gone all day. Nathan's games were at 1:30, and then the second one wasn't until 6:45, and it started late, so I didn't get home until almost 10 o'clock. So, but this is Summer ABCs, Little House Needleworks. And I stitched mine on a 36 count mushroom linen from Zweigart. And I did my own color conversion. If you've been here before, you know that the middle of the quilt was different, and I kept saying I was going to change it and never did. I did go ahead and change it the other day. I like that a lot better. So cute. So when you saw it last, I had finished the S and the house scene, and then down to the crows. So I was able to finish all these letters, got the 2 pieces of watermelon done, and then the little bee skip at the bottom. So the watermelon is stitched in watermelon floss from Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, and it is so pretty. It's perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to spend some time FFOing this today. And these were the flosses that I used. Some of them were DMC variegated, and then the rest of them were fancy flosses from various companies. Victorian Motto, Weeks, Classic Colorworks, and then Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. So, yay, I got it done. Now I just got to FFO it and get it up. I don't have a piece to mount these on yet. I just can't find what I want to mount them on. And so for now, I'm just putting them on the mat boards and just, you know, laying them up against a shelf where I have all of my decorative items. So that'll just work for now. I just can't find what I'm looking for. I looked again today at the dollar store and didn't find anything. So last night or yesterday, between basketball games, I did finish this W block from Erica Michael's sampler book. This is just the outside of it. This is a free pattern at Rainbow Gallery. And Erica Michaels did re-release the instructions for finishing it into a book, which is my plan. But I'm doing a stitch along, following along with Rachel Q Stitches, and it's the EMABC Sal is the hashtag. And so I did get finished with the whale and the block. I'd already finished the whale. I watched, Rachel always releases a video on Tuesday, and of course I saw that pop up, and I wasn't home to watch it. And so last night when I got home, I stopped and got supper, and I came and sat in my bed and I watched her while I ate my supper at almost 10 o'clock at night. But she did her whale in some whites and grays, so I love that. It's like Moby Dick, but I like mine too. So I did cut down on a lot of the W's. I think the letters are excessive and get real crowded, and so but yay, it's done. So we have one more block to do because X, Y, and Z are together on one block. Commented on Rachel's video and said that I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do like the X and its little component, this little item that goes with it, the X's, I'm going to do that in one color. And then I'll do the Y in one color with the yo-yo. I don't remember what it is for the X. I don't remember. And then the Z, I think it might be a zipper. I don't know. Whatever that is, I'm going to do each one in a different solid color. And then I'll try to find a coordinating variegated to do the border with. I may pick the variegated first and then pick solids from that variegated floss. So these are the flosses that I used for the whale. So those can be put out into my stash. And I did work on my Daily Age piece, which is a magazine piece. So I'll insert a picture here. So the Daily Age Challenge is something that the Crafty Matriarch group over on Facebook, which is run by Cheryl over at Tranquil Stitches and Sentimental Pastimes. She runs that group, and she started a Daily Age Challenge, and I've just kind of kept up with it since the group started. So basically, for every year you've been alive, you do a stitch each day. And so I'm doing 56 stitches until November. And so I stitched more because I just stitched on this. Once I got finished with the whale, I just stitched on this until his second game started. So I haven't even counted to see how many stitches I got. But I know I got at least 56. So I'm excited. I finally got over to this little dark band. So that's what I've stitched since I saw you last. So let me just move some of this stuff around, and then I'll show you what I got haul-wise. I'll just show you what I got at the dollar store this morning. They really have some cute little stuff. So I thought that was cute for a little, beach themed decoration. It was $4, and I mean, it's solid. It's made from mango wood. I mean, it's a hefty little piece. So they had that. They had this little seashell on a stand for $3. I don't know if I'm going to be ready to do any beach pieces this year, but I do want to do them for sure in future years. They had these packages of seashells that I think were either $2 or $3. I think it was $2. I have some seashells that we have collected through the years, but I love the color of these, and so I wanted to just add that to what I have. So I have like a little wooden tray that I do little smalls in. Right now I have some clear little, these little glass gems. I have some clear ones, and so it could use a little bit more, and so I figured that, I would do clear, and then I can do these for during the summertime with some bright colored things, like my Blackwork Beauties that I'm going to plan on FFOing today. And then when I do my beach, I would just add this to the clear little glass stones. So that's what I got from the dollar store. Also got a cute little birdhouse. I'll insert a picture of that here. That was just so cute. I couldn't resist it. So what I got from the cross stitch shop. What I really wanted to do, I don't know. I either wanted to like kit up a project or, try to buy like a big amount of like fancy floss. But unfortunately, someone had come up the week before. I think they said I don't remember if they said Opelika. I think maybe it's someone that owns a shop, and she bought out all the anchor, a bunch of beads, and most of the fabric. And so I didn't even really see any fabric. They had like some little tea towel type things and baby bibs, but I didn't see any fabric. So I got mostly patterns, but I did pick up some of Rainbow Gallery's braids. So treasure braid, sparkle braid, some more sparkle, petite treasure braid. I've not stitched with any of this stuff before, and I really, really want to try it. So some more sparkle, and sparkle. So I'm excited to try those. I mean, and they're $4 and something, $4.10. So I got them for less than $2. So I couldn't pass it up. I probably should have brought more. I did pick up one of the little sheep virtues. They had several other ones, but they didn't. This was the only one that I didn't have already. I think I've bought probably like 3/4 of them. So I just went ahead and picked that one up while I could get it 55% off. And then I saw this cute antique bird sampler. This is from Elizabeth's Needlework Designs. This is from 2012. And I love birds, and I loved all the little sayings. So I looked for, I really wanted from Rosewood Manor the seasonal Quakers. I couldn't find them. The wife finally got there, and she looked up in the computer, and she showed that she had only the winter one, but we couldn't find it. So she took down my information, and if she finds it when they're, packing up stuff to close, then, she'll let me know. But I did pick up these that I've been sort of wanting to own. I don't know when I'll stitch these, but I really would like to have a little seasonal tree. So these are all from Blackbird Designs, and they were $9, and so I got them for, less than $4.50. So this is October. August. And that's so pretty. Look at that. Gorgeous. April showers, so pretty. These are just beautiful. Look at that one with the umbrella. Glorious June. I love that one. I want to do a wedding ring quilt one day. And then May. If they would have had all of the year, I definitely would have bought all of the year, but these are the only ones that they had. They had several other things that I'm kind of like kicking myself that I didn't take time to look a little bit more through them, but I ran into like a lot of construction on the way there, and so you know, I needed to get going from there to get to my grandson's basketball game. I ended up being late for it because the original, like, there's 2 rec centers in Boaz. One's an old one and one's a new one. And, you know, they just said Boaz Rec Center. And so everybody thought, you know, or we thought anyway, that it was the original one. I go there and there's like nothing going on. So I ended up being late for his game anyway. But they had quite a few pro schooler patterns. Y'all know I'm not a huge pro schooler fan, so I didn't see anything that I just had to have. I probably should have bought them so I could sell them. They had some Stony Creek magazines that I wish I had looked through. There's a pattern across several issues in there. That's the scripture from Ecclesiastes where it says there's a season, a time for every season. That I should have looked through those to see if I could get all the issues. They had a lot of old magazines, like magazines that I owned in the past and got rid of, you know, the Cross Stitch and Crunchy Crafts and things like that. That I probably should have looked a little bit more through them to see if there was anything that I remembered that, oh my God, I wish I had that pattern now. So anyway, they, you know, if there's something that you're looking for, they had quite a bit of older patterns. And so if there's something that you just can't find anywhere, I would definitely give them a call. Let's see. I don't care if you see how much I spent. I mean, I got like $80-something worth of merchandise for $43. So this is their information. I don't think they online sell at this time. I don't know if that's part of their plan, but that's the telephone number. So if you're really looking for something that's old, I mean, you know, call them and see if they have it. It's worth a shot. That's all I have to share. I don't know if I really need to talk about plans. I probably don't. This is going on long enough already. I will come back either tomorrow or the day after and likely close this video out. And remember that at the end of this video, I will be drawing for the 500 subscribers giveaways. So yeah, stick around for that part of it, and I'll see you guys later. Hey everybody, it's Friday, June the 24th. And I'm here to give you a little update. I've already filmed this once, and Lord, I have short-term memory loss, you guys. I showed something and I realized I was going back and watched the first part of the video. I'd already shown it to you on the first part of this video. So what's up with everybody? Today was a better day, has been a better day than yesterday was. Yesterday was just not good. I just didn't feel good. Woke up really tired, woke up hurting. So anyway, this morning I did go walk. I was able to do 2 loops around the walking trail with no problem, so I'm thankful for that. Malachi's coming to spend the night tomorrow night, so we'll have him over tomorrow, but I am planning to film tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have some more stuff FFO'd. But anyway, stick around for that because I will be drawing for the 500 subs giveaways. I've been having several things on my list all week long and just have not gotten around to doing them. One of those is to mark the lines on the Project Linus quilt that I'm doing for the teacher donations for Uvalde, Texas. I need to get the lines marked on that, and then I need to baste it so that I can start quilting it next week, but it might be the week after next before I start quilting it. I've also been having FFOing my Blackwork Beauty pieces that I have stitched, and that hasn't happened. I did take some time today to dye some of that chenille yarn trim that I have that I love. I mean, I went through my stash sort of looking at, what I could use, and I may end up using some of that, but I really wanted to try getting the chenille yarn a little bit darker. Like, it's been in the dye for like 4 hours already, so I'm going to leave it in there for quite a while, and then hopefully it won't rinse all the color out when I rinse it. But I want to do some, some bright colors like what's in here, like what's on those pieces, the bright, like I did an eggplant, I did a wine, I did a cherry red, I did a Kelly green, and then I did an orange. So we'll see how those come out. So yeah, hopefully I'll get some more goals met. I did put some coats of paint on my little tray that I put my smalls in. It was just unfinished, and so I finished it today, but it's not dry, and I don't have the handles back on it yet. I did forget to show you guys a few days ago. Something came up in my suggestions on YouTube, and I thought it was real cute, and it looked like it was pretty easy, and so I tried my hand at doing them. It's on a channel called Merry Craft, and that's MERRY Craft. And they took a skein of floss and made, I thought she was making gonna just make like a tassel. And then she did the top part with the beads. I have so many beads, just hanging around. So, I thought I'd try it. So she did matching ones for earrings, and I was thinking of doing them for project bags for zipper pulls. So real easy to do. So I did FFO my summer ABCs, and I had auditioned a couple of reds, some yellows, and a blue, and the red one. It just made everything just pop. And so, I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it almost looks like little cherries or apples. So I did go in and sign it down at the bottom, the year that I stitched it. I really like to do that on my pieces. I don't always do it, but I think it's a good idea because, people are going to want to know who made this stuff 100 years from now. I've also started writing on the back, the pattern, the fabric, which I realized that I put 40 count mushroom. It's actually 36 count mushroom. And who stitched it in the year and stuff like that. And if it's not going to be like an ornament on a Christmas tree, I'm not finishing the back with felt or anything, so nobody's going to see that. I still really, really, really need to get a piece to put these pieces on. I would love to get something, that I can do washers and magnets to change them out. But anyway, I'm really happy with the way that came out. It did come out a little bit, I wanted a little bit more of the fabric showing, and so the backing fabric. So I did this one a little bit. It's a little bit larger than the other one. So, but they're not going to be displayed at the same time. So, but I love those. They're just so cute. So I did do a little bit more of my daily age piece. Got a little bit more of the dark blue in. So my magazine monthly challenge goal for this month is to get the top 20 rows done all the way across. And so I'm working on that. I did meet my one of my WIP goals. So this is Madame Chantilly's My Love. I wanted to get finished with the motif that goes next to the E, and then get this whole part right here finished. I only had one flower left to do on here, and then I hadn't done anything at all on that part. This is on a Mystery Lugana. I think it's probably a 32 count, but I don't even know what color it is. Patches and Stitches is where I bought it from, and this is when I first came back to stitching, and I didn't realize that I should have marked it down because they don't label it. So, but yeah, I got those 2 letters done now. So hopefully I can add this, you know, make this a daily age piece, and until I finish it, and then I'll have it finished for February next year. That would be exciting. I love this piece so much. I love that kind of stuff. Just that shabby chic looking, you know, stuff. I just love it. Speaking of that, Rachel Q over on Facebook had shared, she shared a post. Oh, it was a wreath made out of antique brooches. It's gorgeous. But it was this page on Facebook that I had never seen before. OMG, you guys. Let me look it up and see exactly what the name of it is. The Vintage Room is the name of it. So this is just a post that came up earlier today. Look at that. I mean, I don't have any words. It's just like drool, drool, drool. Look at that dahlia, how gorgeous. So it's all kind of stuff like that, and I love that kind of stuff. So check that out if you're on Facebook. I did do a little bit of stitching on the last block for ABC sale. I wasn't planning on starting this until I was going to use the last 3 days of the month to get this done. But I started pulling threads for it yesterday and decided I'd just start stitching it. So I did put some stitches in it. Got a good bit done. Planning to finish this tonight. So, yeah, that's all that I stitched on the last couple of days. And now I don't remember what I've already said because I've already filmed this once. So, I think I'm just gonna shut up now and let you go, let me go, and I will come back tomorrow. Like I said, make sure you stick around till the end of that for the drawing. Thanks, guys. Hello, everyone. It is Saturday the 25th, and I'm here to update and close out this video. So I have a lot of stuff around me. I don't know where to start. Let me start with my finish. I did finish stitching the last block of ABC Sal last night while I was watching Three Musketeers. I love that show. I can't stop watching it. But this is it. It's all done. So I'm not going to make sure that right side up. So this is what it's supposed to look like, the cover. I don't think I'm gonna stitch anything for the cover. I mean, I may put, you know, cross stitch fabric on it, but I'm not planning on stitching anything on it. I may just do some other kind of fabric, I don't know. This is a little bit intimidating to me to try to finish that, but at least I got all the blocks stitched, so yay. my husband and I went to town today to pick up groceries, and we went by Hobby Lobby. I wanted to go and see if they had some black linen. They did not. All they had was black Aida, and I don't want to stitch on Aida. But I did find a piece that I think is going to work for my seasonal ABCs from Little House Needleworks. I'll show you that in a second. You can tell me what you think. But they had this on clearance. It needs some touch up with paint and stuff, but I had seen this before. This is like for a little girl's bathroom, but you know, to us it's not dental floss. It's pretty floss that we like to pet and choose and all that stuff. So I may, I don't know, hang this somewhere in my office, my craft room office. I don't know, haven't decided. So that was real cute. Okay, so the piece that I got for hanging my ABCs on was in the spring shop, so it was 50% off. And it's this sign that it has these little hangers like this, so we can take one of them off and put it on the same end as the other one, and so we can hang it like this, and I can put magnets on it and adhere these seasonal pieces with washers. So I'm not 100% sold on it. I don't know why, but I'm just not. I saw another thing that they had that I really would have liked better, but it wasn't long enough. It was like a, it had the look of like an old window frame, but it had a shelf on top of the window frame. And it was just a little bit too short for me to hang my piece. You know, the piece wouldn't have fit even on the frame, and then I would have had to move it down a little bit so that you could see it, you know, with the shelf on top of it. But I'm thinking I'm going to do this. So I was looking at ribbon earlier. I'm going to have to, you know, fill up space up here for sure. So I have this red polka dot and this pretty just navy blue ribbon, smaller ribbon. So I'm gonna stick it on there and see, you know, how I feel about it. Let me know what you think about it down below. So I can get a fuller shot. I've been at my machine and stuff, so I got a bunch of lights on, so that's why I took my glasses off for the glare. So, okay, so got those two things at Hobby Lobby. I was looking for the black fabric because I joined Shannon Christine's Christmas club. So she's doing the 12 days of Christmas ornaments, and it's like it goes from, I don't remember what the months are, but of course there's 12 designs and you get 2 a month. It's $8 a month. So I actually joined after the first one had already gone out, and so usually they come available like the month after for $2 more, for $10. But when I went to her site the other day, I was kind of looking to see like fabric choices or whatever, if she had anything. She didn't, but she had them on sale, and so they were $8, the same price as the club. So I went ahead and picked up the first month. So the second month will be coming on July 1st. So I think you basically could stitch any of Shannon Christine's patterns on black, and they would just look fantastic. Someone in the group is stitching it on black, and it's very pretty. So I just went to 123 Stitch and ordered some 28 count black. I was looking yesterday on Amazon for like a little sort of like a little twig tree, you know, a painted white twig tree that I can hang seasonal things like my little stockings from Blackbird, and then like these little 12 days of Christmas things. I thought about doing this all on one piece, but I think I'm going to finish them individually so I can hang them on that little tree. So have the black fabric and the floss coming for that, and as soon as it gets here I can start it. I also am still been thinking about the fabric for this Mirabilia. The only thing 123 Stitch has right now is Touch of Pink with Chelt. I do not want to stitch on with Chelt, especially not for something this, you know, intense and large, because I just don't enjoy stitching on it. They did have some with the little like white dots, the little basalt ones, and I don't really want to do that. All the rest of the pinks are like out of stock. So I looked at Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. They have a piece that I think would be really pretty, but it was like $28 for the size that I would need. So I just went ahead and went to 123 Stitch and ordered some white linen that I can dye for myself. There is a possibility, though, that I could stitch it on this piece that I got from Number 12 Design Co. over on Etsy. I think maybe it's a little, it's not bright pink enough. I mean, it may look good, but it's also like just a hair too short for me to do a 2.5 inch border. So that's why I was kind of hesitating. So I'll get those pieces and dye it, and hopefully I can come up with something good. Speaking of dyeing, I did spend some time yesterday dyeing some of the chenille trim. Like I said, I left it in for about 6 hours. I don't know what the trick is to this, guys. I mean, it comes out pretty, but it's just not the saturation that I'm looking for. So I did a search, and I watched a video by My Crazy Life is the name of her channel, and she, I think it was about a year ago, she was also attempting to dye some of the same exact trim, and she had the same results that I did. You know, she tried even like putting mostly dye and just like a little bit of water, basically, because she just needed to make a little bit more liquid, like maybe 2 tablespoons of water with the rest dye. And it didn't make any difference. It actually came out lighter than the rest of them, which was weird. She tried some acid dye she uses to like dye wool yarn and stuff, and even that did not get it. So, and she had tried, you know, some of the synthetic grit like I had tried before, and, you know, didn't get any better result. From what I read online, you have to dye this with, dye polyester with dispersed dyes. I have no idea what that means. It did say that the water needs to be at least 200 degrees, and I don't necessarily get my water that hot. Like, I'll put the kettle on, and when, you know, I hear it kind of getting, you know, hot and maybe steaming a little bit, but I'm not like testing the temperature to see how hot it's getting. So that could be a problem, but I don't really think it is. So anyway, I mean, you know, they're really pretty, they really are, but they just didn't come out dark like I want them. I think this is probably the color that I'll end up using to trim the little Blackwork Beauties. I wanted to do different colors on them, and I may still, I don't know, but this is the wine. No, this is eggplant. I mean, an eggplant's like, you know, super, super dark, and this is what it comes out when you rinse it. You know, and she, on My Crazy Life, she was dyeing, and she was like, oh, look at that rich color. And I'm like, yeah, when you rinse it, it's not going to look like that anymore, and it didn't. I thought this one came out really pretty. This is the Kelly Green. I thought that was really, really pretty. Now, whether or not I want to do it on these, I may. That might not be a bad. And then this is the orange. It looks neat. It makes me think of a dreamsicle. It's looking a little more yellow than what it looks like in real life. So, you know, and that could work. They really all could work. I had in my mind what the look was that I wanted to go for, and it didn't pan out. So let's see. Okay, So this one is the cherry red, if I'm not mistaken. This one is the cherry red. I've gotten, you know, some pieces that look like that before, and then this one is the wine. I'm pretty sure that's the colors that they are. So we'll see. I did spend some time sewing a backing. I haven't sewn it closed, but I did get my 3 pillows that I have done. I got interfacing on the back of them, and then I'm going to cut out the rest of the fabric and sew up the pillows and stuff them and sew them closed. And then decide if I want to put trim on them, if I want to just leave them like they are. I hate to just leave them like they are. And I know it's like I'm stuck on this chenille trim, but I really, really love it. I mean, I think this would be really, really pretty. That purple around it. I mean, you know, come on, you guys. You know, I'm going to favor the purple. But I think that would be pretty. So, I don't know. But I did get done with my tray. Put the handles back on it, and then I did put the multicolored beads in with the clear ones so that I can, it just helps the little pillows to sort of, and get it in there with my hand, to sort of stand upright, because they don't really stand up on their own. Unless I'll, you know, rest them against the back, and I didn't want to do that. I kind of want them in the middle. I can put greenery or something behind them if I want to. Okay, what else? Did you guys watch Fat Quarter Shop's live stream from this week? They had on Diane from Silver Creek Samplers. I absolutely loved getting to know her, and, you know, hearing, she's got a really cool sense of humor, hearing the, like the, you know, the inspiration for her designs, and hearing the role that her faith plays in her business and her designs, hearing about her upcoming wedding. It just was really, really neat. I really like her a lot. I only have one of her patterns, that the one that is like a memorial to her mom, but I definitely see some more in my future. So, as far as what I've stitched, that is it. All I stitched on last night was the ABC. I plan to, you know, finish working on these little pillows. And then, I don't know what I'm stitching on today. I'll probably stitch on my other WIP Go piece. But anyway, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to go do the drawings, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So these two things right here, these quilts, nobody entered to win these. So I'll just put them back into my giveaway stash, and maybe in the future someone will want them. So I had this nativity kit, and 2 people commented on it, and the winner is Holly Hogue. Congratulations, Miss Holly. And then I had 2 copies of Love Notes, and I had 10 comments on that, and I have a winner, Diane Knowles and Jean Truckee. And then the Lizzie Kate Let Them Be Small piece. I had 4 comments, and the winner is Jody's Creative Corner. So, congratulations to everybody. If you'll please email me at proverbs3122@gmail.com and give me your physical address. Diane, I can you know, give it to you in person. Jody, I think I have your address already. Just let me know if it, you know, if it's changed from when you won. From when you won the bag from me. I don't know why I put those on, because the glare is terrible. So that is all that I have this week. So I'll come back next week with another series of vlogs and show you what I'm up to. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks.